how are you storing these things? Usually we have seen the things that we use very frequently, those things are stored at the entrance or exit of your warehouse. The things that we use very rarely, they are kept at some other point. And for some goods, they should be kept away from the sunlight and things like that. So how are you storing your products? All those things we can check in warehousing. Then inventory management. What is the amount of inventory you are storing? You just need, let us assume, at the time of rainy or winter season, you have to stock, let us say, 100 units of AC. If you are stocking some 500 units, that means you are unnecessarily stocking those units in your warehouse. You can actually, store some other products which are seasonal in nature. For example, in winter, heaters. If you are supplying even them, then it's better to store heaters rather than ACs in winter season. Right? How many goods you are stocking and how you are stocking them. All these things come under our logistic management. So logistics management mainly focus on how you are procuring, that is procurement, inventory control, and how you are processing the orders, transportation, and distribution. All these things are taken care of under logistics management. So when we are talking about logistics management, we come across something called 7 R's of logistics. What are those 7 R's? The first R is right product. You have to procure, you have to stock right products and in a right quantity. The second R is right quantity. Then the third R is right condition. You have to stock it under right condition. Then right place. You have to stock it at the right place. For example, we go to a two-wheeler showroom and choose our two-wheeler, right? But the moment you choose that two-wheeler, which you have seen in which is there for the display, they cannot just okay, they say, come on, this is the display piece, you can just take it for yourself. No. Once you choose the color, once you choose your two-wheeler that you want to go for, you are made to wait for a while. How long can you wait for a two-wheeler? Let us say 15-20 minutes, at the maximum half an hour. In that half an hour, they have to assemble your two-wheeler and get it to you in the right condition. So for that, they have to stock these things at the right place. So the fourth R of logistics is right place. Then right time. You have to stock it for the right time. Then the sixth R is right customer. You have to supply these products for the right customers. And the last R is you have to supply these products for the right customer at the right cost. The cost of supply, the storing and all should be right, correct. It should not be more, it should not be less. So these are the 7 R's of logistics. Right product, right quantity, right condition, right place, right time, right customer, and right cost. Right? So let me give you an example of Reliance retailer. The Reliance, it integrates its supply chain by managing suppliers, warehousing, retail outlets to ensure a seamless experience. Their supply chain is very strong. Then When we are talking about logistics management, there is one more concept which is very important, that is supply chain and information systems. So, this supply chain encompasses all activities involved in producing and delivering a product or service from suppliers to customers. Please remember, in our previous session, we have discovered when we are talking about suppliers, we are also talking about the suppliers of raw materials who supply to the manufacturers for manufacturing or the processing of the product, and then the finished product is sent to the retailer. First, it is sent to the wholesalers, then they are sent to the retailers. From the retailers, they are reaching the customers. So, this supply chain, it is all about the activities involved in producing and delivering the products or services from suppliers to the end users. So why is this this information systems so important? So this information systems, they help you in resource planning for end-to-end process visibility. For example, I'm sure they all once in a while we have used our Ola or Uber taxis, right? So in that they show you the expected time of arrival, ETA as we call it. So when you have ordered something, you have to understand when it is going to reach you. The same holds good for our Amazon, purchasing also. When you are choosing a product, you'll also see when you can expect it, when you can expect the delivery of this product. So when they say, yeah, this product can be delivered to you on or before so and so date. So the maximum it is that particular date. It will be not be sent to you after that. So before that only, you will be sent this product. So when you know that, you can actually go for it. So in that way, when you can get to know when you can expect these products for you to stock them or to supply them, taking that into consideration, you can plan accordingly. That is how you plan. That is what is called a resource plan. So SEM is a software that is used for optimizing supply chain activities, right? Supply chain management software is there, which helps you in optimizing your supply chain activities. So there is something called SCOR model, Supply Chain Operations Reference Model. They help you to plan, source, make, deliver, and return. For example, Big Basket is there. Big Basket, it uses data analytics to forecast demand, to optimize inventory, and partner with local farmers to ensure freshness. Right? So when you feel, yeah, in summer mangoes will be in great demand. So what do they do? They go and they tie up with local farmers. And they buy the produce directly from the farmer so that they can be distributed evenly. Like wherever is a demand, that supply should be available. Then, when we are talking about logistics, there is one more thing which is very important, that is channel partnership. Who are the channels? Channels are the people who are distributing your products, like wholesalers, distributors, retailers, logistic providers. All of these people, they are your channel partners. So, how would you come up with a proper channel partnership? So, channel partnerships, they focus on collaborations with logistic providers who are supplying your products, whether they have previous experience in supplying these products or not. For example, milk or milk products or other perishable goods, when you are supplying them from one place to another place, you should be supplying them in your cold storage vehicle. You cannot just supply it, behind a lorry or something, right? Most of the fruits, you can supply them in lorries when they are in raw form. Once they reach their destination, and they will be ripened and they'll be smooth. But not for perishable goods like milk or curd or things like that. You have to, or fish or meat or things like that. You have to transfer them from one place to another and cold storage vehicles. So logistic providers, how they are, do they have enough equipment to move these products from one place to another place without damaging them? And who are your distributors? Are they well equipped to distribute these products without damaging them? Let me share a very, one example what we have faced, one experience what we have faced. We ordered a refrigerator when we had an independent house. So that refrigerator, this I'm talking about some 15 years back. So when this refrigerator was brought to our place, they had to take it up the stairs. So they brought it, they have installed it. Everyone is happy for the new fridge, but we have seen that the fridge is not getting cool after a while. Why is this happening? Immediately we have that product is a newly bought product, so it is under guarantee period. So we asked them to come and check it. So when they were bringing it upstairs, they accidentally hit it to some wall, because of which the gas which was there in the fridge, it was leaking, because of which it was not getting cool. Immediately they had to replace the product, right? That is unnecessary effort. If you have professionals who can actually get them and install them properly, you will not be going through this kind of procedure. So, logistic providers, distributors, and retailers who reduce costs and improve efficiency of distribution. Then, there are a few theories of partnership, channel partnership, in which the first one is transaction cost analysis. So this theory of partnership, the first theory, which is transaction cost analysis, it focuses on minimizing costs through partnership. If you're going, like, when you are dealing with your friends, definitely your friends would like to give you a discount. They would like to help you out with any problem that you're facing. So in the same way, these partnerships are made in such a way that your costs would be minimum. That is transaction cost analysis, the first theory. Then network theory. This network theory highlights the role of inter-organizational networks in achieving efficiency. So between organizations, they come up with such a strong network that ultimately the product reaches the end customers in right time for the right cost. That is called network theory. So they say that inter-organizational networks are very important for achieving efficiency. Then let us see about retail and distribution logistics. These retail logistics involve the movement of products from warehouses to retail stores or end users. What are the challenges that this logistics come across? The first one is infrastructure gaps. For example, if the roads are not good, as I told you, when you are carrying a refrigerator from one place to another place, And if the road over there is really bad, definitely the quality of the products that you are taking from one place to another place will be affected. Then, if your storage unit is not very effective, then perishable goods would be spoiled. And these are the first kind of challenges, that is infrastructure gaps. Then seasonal demand fluctuations. The seasonal demand, it need not always be in the same manner. No, one year it would be very high, one year it would be very low. For example, maybe 5 or 6 years back, we have seen there were rains during Diwali season. When there are rains during Diwali season, people are reluctant to, burn crackers. That would be affecting the demand of crackers. So these are the two challenges, two main challenges that are faced by retailers or the distribution logistics companies. And they come across few concepts which are called push and pull strategy concepts. Like, what is a push strategy? What is a pull strategy? The push strategy, it focuses on forecast-based inventory movement, while pull is driven by real-time demand. Push strategy means there will be a demand created. A company tries to create a demand for your product in such a way that when the product is introduced in the market, immediately there will be huge demand for that. This demand can be created in the form of advertisements or other, other promotional activities, because of which, before the product is introduced in the market or before the product reaches the market, there is going to be a huge demand for this country, for this product. So that in that way, the company can create a demand by pushing the product into the market with the help of their promotional activities. Or the company can forecast that the demand for these products will be very high in the future. So taking that into account, they will be introducing these products in the market. Before Corona, we never spoke or thought or used sanitizers. But after Corona, wherever we go, we expect the retail outlet or anything to provide us with the sanitizer after you touch something. Right? So the demand for these sanitizers have grown in such a way that the demand is consistent even after a few years after Corona. Right? Then there is something called a pull strategy. This pull strategy is visible when the market pulls the product into itself. Like, even if the company wants to provide with this product, when it gets to know that yes, there is going to be a demand for this product in near future, then that kind of environment, it is good for pull strategy. So pull is driven by real-time demand. Then there is something called bullwhip effect. Excuse me. Just give me a second, please. I'm very sorry for that. So we were discussing about bullwhip effect, the variability in demand as information moves up the supply chain, causing inefficiency. It is called the bullwhip effect. So when when we take an example of Zepto or other suppliers who promise you to get your product within 7 minutes or 6 minutes, you expect the same from them, right? But if the environment is not cooperating, let us say suddenly there is a procession on the road. These people, they have they have packed everything. They are about to reach you, but before reaching you, there is a procession there, and they are a little late. Then that causes this bullwhip effect. And if there is, sudden information, or let us say, if the demand of certain products are influenced because of some information or some news which causes a decrease or sudden increase in demand, then also that leads to bullwhip effect. Suddenly they say, right now the gold prices are very high, but maybe within 15 days or 16 days, there will be a huge reduction in gold prices. Then people who are buying gold today would stop purchasing right now, and they wait for some time so that they can purchase that product at a cheaper price. So that is how this bullwhip effect is seen. Then let us see what is consumer behavior. The 17th unit of your syllabus is understanding a retail consumer. I'm sure you people understand the difference between a customer and a consumer. Who is a customer? A customer is someone who is buying a product. That customer need not always be the consumer. Let me give you an example of atta. Atta is consumed by the consumer. If you are purchasing atta to make rotis or eatables at your place, then you are the consumer. If I purchase atta for my restaurant, I process it and I prepare something else. Let us say a naan bread or a roti or chapati or something, and I serve it to my customers at my restaurant. Then I am a customer for this product. I am not the consumer. The end user is the consumer. The person who purchases the product is a customer. Please understand the difference. So we are trying to understand a retail consumer. The person who actually uses this product is a consumer. So who is a consumer? A retail consumer behavior, it examines how individuals make decisions to purchase goods or services. How do we make a purchase? Why do we make a purchase? And what are the factors that influence our purchase? So let us first see influencing factors. The first influencing factor is our cultural factors, right? So let us assume if there is a marriage season going on. During wedding seasons, we buy a lot of clothes, let that be saris or whatever it is, right? In those saris and all, we make sure we do not purchase black color, right? People try to avoid black color saris and black color dresses because in our culture, black is treated as something which is not very auspicious. So this is one of the cultural factors which influence our buying decision. So shared beliefs, values, and customs, like family influence. If people do not use some products in our family, then we make sure we too do not purchase them. So does our next generation, right? These are cultural factors. Then psychological factors. Some examples of psychological factors are motivation. What motivates you to buy some products? Again, this psychological factor also affects our cultural background. Like, for example, our grandparents, they use this hair oil, which because of which their hair is so strong. So is our parents' hair. So I will also continue using this product so that I can also get the benefits of so and so thing. That is motivation. Then perception. Samsung phones are there. How do you perceive something? Samsung phone, we are very like, if you're not using an iPhone, you go for Samsung phone. Usually, people who are very stable, they try to use Samsung phone according to some studies. So when you're purchasing a Samsung phone, you see this company to be a very stable and promising company. So if you have to buy a refrigerator or a TV or anything, if that is available in Samsung, you will be naturally inclined towards buying that product. That is how you perceive it. You expect that company to come up with good quality products. Again, we believe that the products that are made in India are definitely of a superior quality than compared to the products that are manufactured in China. There is a saying in Hindi, चले तो रात तक नहीं चले तो चांद तक नहीं चले तो रात तक. So the Chinese products, either they can perform in an outstanding manner, or they will be worn out immediately. That's how we perceive these products. The learning and attitudes. We learn certain usage of certain products, or people, students who study in convent schools and all, they learn using a handkerchief and things like that. And our attitudes towards some products. All these things are factors that influence our purchase decisions. We have seen cultural factors, we have seen psychological factors. Now let us see economic factors. What is our income? Based on that, the products that we purchase also depend. If some products are affordable, again, let me tell you, before the standard of living of Indians was not very high, the most prominent mode of transport used to be bus, RTC bus. People were reluctant to take even an auto or anything, no? But as the standard of living rises, as the income of people raises, slowly we can see there are so many number of autos available. I'm talking about 20 years back. Autos were available everywhere, right? Again, there is a raise in standard of living of people. Today, you see less number of autos and more number of cabs outside. So, depending on your income, the demand for certain products also increase, and your choice of products also will be affected by your income. Then, what are the internal factors that affect retail consumers? Their personality, their lifestyle, their past experiences. This personality and lifestyle, all these things, they come under demographic factors. The kind of age they are in, the kind of lifestyle they are in, the kind of income they draw, all these things are considered as internal factors. If they are very vibrant, if they are very happy-go-lucky type, their personality is very vibrant, then the colors of outfits that they wear, the products that they use, they will be different from someone who is very sober, very quiet, very, what do you call, very reserved kind of. The colors that they choose, the products that they use, everything is different. Their lifestyle, students' lifestyle is entirely different from an employee lifestyle. Taking that into consideration, your choice of products will be different and your past experiences. If your experience with a particular product is delightful, then you will be going for repeat purchases. If you do not like certain product because it did not render the kind of um, uh, benefit that you were expecting from it, then you will make sure you never go again for the product, right? So these are internal factors. Then what are external factors? The first one that we come across is social influences. The influence of our family, our friends, they will be affecting our choice of products. Then cultural norms and economic conditions. In our culture, we do not purchase, like, for example, there are certain products which we, like Western wear in South India is actually very low when compared to Western wear in North India. And other things like we do not buy certain products on Fridays, on Saturdays, and other things. So these are external factors. You do not normally go for a haircut on Tuesdays. So this is a cultural norm. These days everything is okay. That's a different thing. But these cultural norms, they affect our purchase decision. So when we are talking about consumer behavior, we come across a few models of consumer behaviors in which there is one very important model which is called a Harvard set model. This model focuses on how different variables influence consumer decision making. What is a decision making? What is the product that we want? What is the product that we are going to purchase? That is the decision that is made by the consumer, right? So in this Harvard set model, this is developed by John Harvard and Jagadish Seth. It is a sophisticated framework that explains how consumers make purchase decisions. This model is particularly useful for understanding complex, high involvement purchase decisions where consumers invest significant effort in evaluation. Now, before going there, we have to understand what are different consumer products. We have understood the difference between consumer and a customer. We have understood that the consumer need not always be a customer. I'm sorry, the customer need not always be a consumer, but a consumer is always a customer. Now, when we have seen this difference, let us understand what are um, consumer products. Consumer products are those products which are used by consumers. There are four types of consumer products. Number one, it is convenience products. Our kirana products, whatever we get, let that be pulses, rice, wheat, and everything. And also your personal care products that you use, your day-to-day products like your toothpaste, toothbrushes, shampoos, and all these things. Whatever you purchase at our kirana or convenience stores, these are convenience products. Then shopping products. These are the products which, in convenience products, if Colgate toothpaste is not available, do not mind purchasing Meswak toothpaste for this month, or Colgate, or Close Up, whatever it is, right? So you do not think much before making a decision when we are talking about convenience products. Then comes shopping products. If, for example, mm, your cell phones, consumer durables, washing machines, TVs, and such products. So you have decided to purchase a Samsung phone or an iPhone, let us say. iPhone, right now, the season is iPhone 13 or 14, whatever is going on. So we understand, okay, if we have to purchase that phone, we have to spend more than a lakh of rupees. So let's go for a different version, maybe iPhone 9. So if iPhone 9 is available or iPhone 11 is available in the market, we would try to go and check if that particular model is available. That means we are trying to put some effort to purchase that product. We cannot just simply jump from one product, one brand to another brand when it comes to shopping products, right? Designer clothes. So if the kind of dress that you want to purchase, if it is not available right now, you would make an effort to go to some other point and purchase the kind of dress you want to purchase. These are shopping products, right? You try to make some effort to purchase these products. So we have seen convenience products, we have seen shopping products. Then comes specialty products. Who's that guy? Manish Malhotra. He designs clothes. So if he has designed a dress, a Punjabi dress, then it would cost around 1 lakh or 2 lakh rupees. If the same dress is designed by our tailor, we'll be paying maximum 650 to 1000 rupees, right? But the tag of Manish Malhotra, the tag of Tanishq Jewelers, the tag of Rolls Royce, the tag of Mercedes, these make these products stand aside from other products. These are specialty products. They are specially designed and they are for special customers who can afford these products. So, and the fourth type of consumer products are uh, products that are necessary. People know unsought products. People know that these products are available. People know we have to have these products, but they would like to postpone the purchase until there is a hard and fast necessity for this. For example, insurance. Insurance is one service which we know we have to have it for our own safety, the safety of our family, and things like that. But when will we buy the insurance? When we need a tax rebate, right? When we have to show, yeah, these are savings for our income tax purposes, then only we purchase insurance. So is the case with products like dictionaries and encyclopedias. So basically, there are four types of consumer products: convenience products, shopping products, specialty products, and unsought products. Now, these are the products that are bought by the consumers. So, when Harvard Set model have come up with how consumers make a decision, they have come up saying that there are different variables or input stimuli, as we call it. Stimuli, the factors which make you tend to purchase certain products. So these stimuli can be internal stimuli or external stimuli. We have seen that. So these internal the input variables or the stimuli uh, are those variables that influence a consumer's decision making process. So these input variables are divided into three different stimuli. One thing, the first stimuli It is significant stimuli, product specific features that appeal to consumers' needs. That is one stimuli which is very significant. The camera of your cell phone, that is one deciding factor for you to purchase a phone. Now, how many of you are actually focusing on the camera quality? Again, it depends on the demographic, uh, market. So the significant stimuli is the first kind of stimuli. Then comes symbolic stimuli. The marketing efforts such as advertising, branding, and packaging, all these things, they have their effect on you, which is an external stimuli, which affects your purchase decision. Then social stimuli, social influences from family, peers, and reference groups. For example, parachute hair oil. My grandmother used it, my mother used it, I use it, so my children also use it. That is social stimuli. And Tata has come up with a brand called, like Tata Salt has come up with a tagline saying that Tata Namak is Desh ka Namak. Right? It influences the people to purchase the products. So that is the first component of Harvard set model, which is input variables. Then comes learning constructs. That is, they represent the internal processes that guide how customers interpret the stimuli and make decisions. They are called perceptual constructs. Like, for example, these are the stimuli, the first stimuli we have seen, and we have understood that they will be affecting our purchase decisions. So, keeping that in mind, when we walk into a store to purchase these products, there are other things that influence our decision when it usually comes to convenience products and shopping products. The first construct would be perceptual constructs. This is how consumers perceive and process external stimuli. So, when you are not very clear about what is the product that you want, see, when we were children, we used to use ink pens for writing as a student. Then slowly, the next generation, they stopped using ink pens and they started using ballpoint pens. Then there were something called gel pens. So the people who were using ink pens, if they have to make a decision to purchase these pens for their children, they are not very sure what are the products that are good for the children and what are the products that are liked by their children. So there is a ambiguity, there is a lack of clarity in the product or marketing message. So that is when they will try to get some external information which helps us make a decision. And that external information could be, that there are so many children who are using so and so product and they feel good about it. There is a cushion for your pen which helps in writing more effectively and things like that. So if there is an ambiguity in customer, then they need more information to get over the lack of clarity. Then there is something called perceptual bias. For example, as I told you, we feel made in India products are definitely of superior quality than made in China products, right? That means we have developed that pre-existing attitude or belief that influence our perception. I'm sorry, perception. Then output variables. So these are, we have seen what are the input variables. We have seen what are the learning constructs. Then we'll be seeing what is the output variable. Now, the final stage of the model involves observable outcomes of decision-making process, that is, attention. When we come across some advertisements, like suddenly we have developed a tooth pain, toothache, what we call. Then when we are facing that toothache, if someone says in an advertisement, yeah, you have a toothache, then we have a toothpaste which helps you in getting over the tooth pain, or whatever damage is caused by so something else is taken care of by this toothpaste. We pay attention to that, right? So that attention, the degree of focus a consumer gives to a marketing stimuli, that is the first output variable. Then comprehension, we understand. Okay, they say this toothpaste helps in getting over the pain. But why am I getting this pain? What can I do for a long-term, relief? Comprehension, understanding the condition and also understanding the product and its features. That is, be comprehension. Then attitudes. Now, it is up to you. You might think, yeah, I can use it, this toothpaste so that I can. There are people who are scared of going to a dentist or things like that. So they would like to go for the other alternative using this toothpaste. Or if the person is very particular, he would feel, no, no, using a toothpaste is going to be only a short-term remedy. I have to go to the dentist to get a long-term solution for my problem, right? So the attitude of people, they influence their purchase decision. Then intention. When you get to know, yeah, these are the food that is making me, or these are the practices that is, making me get this pain, you will try to stop that, right? So instead of using certain products, you will start using certain other products so that you will not face problem in the future. Then the last step, that is purchase, making a purchase. So all these things, this internal stimuli, learning constructs and output variables, all these things together, we call them forward step mode, right? So then when we consider all these things, we go for consumer decision making process. So in consumer decision making process, there are 4 stages. First one, problem recognition, realizing a need. For example, let us say you're hungry. What do you need? You need food. Food is your need. But what food do you want? What food do you want? So any food doesn't go, right? If you're a South Indian, you want to have proper rice, dal, sambar, and all these things. If you're North Indian, you would like to have a chapati with some curry and things like that. So I didn't problem recognition. Yeah, you understand there is a problem. There is a need here. That's the first stage. Then comes information search. So for this particular need, what are the products that I need? I have to cook food. So for cooking food, what are the different products that are available? That is information search. Then evaluation of alternatives. So if I am in North India, if I have to have South Indian food, what are the ingredients that I get? Or is there any mess or restaurant which provides me South Indian food on daily basis, whether it is affordable for me? Evaluation of alternatives. That is the third stage. First stage, problem recognition. Second stage, information search. Third stage, evaluation of alternatives. Then after taking into consideration all these things, you will be going for a purchase decision. Yes, these are the products that I am going to buy, and I am going to buy them at so and so place. That is your purchase decision. Once you do, these are the 4 stages of consumer decision making process. But we have seen that there are 5 stages. What is the fifth stage? Post purchase behavior. For example, if you have a South Indian restaurant where the food is really good and it is available for you, you will be continuing going there. If the food is good, but it is very costly for you, then you will be going back to evaluation of alternatives. I cannot afford this, so I'll start cooking at home. So, what are the ingredients I need and where to get them? Right? These are the 5 stages of consumer decision making process. So, with that, we come to an end of today's session, wherein we have discussed about logistics management and consumer behavior, in which we have seen consumer decision making process. Right? Tomorrow, in our next session, let us further discuss about consumer behavior. Thank you so much for your time.